Today I'm showing you how to take one idea and turn it into another. Hey everyone, it's Cathy Zielske. Welcome back to my channel and my studio. Today I am casing a card for my friend Michelle Lupton's Case Me a Christmas Card series. I love how this card turned out. I've never done anything like this. You'll see what I mean. To see it come together, stick around. That video is coming up next. To get started with my card, I have this adorable stamp set called Warm Heart, and I do have all of the coordinating dies, but the one that I'm going to need is this, because we are going to make a card just like Michelle's that has a little free edge, and I've never done anything like this, and it involves partial die cutting, so let me show you how I do it. So what I'm going to need to do is partially die cut. Now this takes me a little to figure out every single time. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to pull out our panel, or our cutting mat. And we're going to, let me see, this way, wait, that way. 5 minutes later. I want to get this as straight as possible. See that like that? So that half his little body is off. About that much. And it's kind of an eyeball thing because I'm going to have to figure out exactly where to line up and cut with my X-Acto knife. Get it? Exactly. But here's what you do. You just put this on here and it's only going to cut where I'm showing, I think. Let's run this through. All right, we're going to turn this on and feed it through. All right, that is exactly what I wanted. So now let me get my cutting mat so I can cut this out. Now I have this old, gosh, what is this? Oh, this is an Alvin. I've had this for so many years and I love this. I used to use this a lot in scrapbooking. But now I'm going to just trim off. Let's see here, I'm going to get lined up right with the cut. Get it as straight as I can. And I have to stand up to do this because I can't, when I'm using an X-Acto knife, I cannot be sitting down and cut like that. Then I'm just going to rotate it, try to keep it in place. I mean, it's not perfectly straight. It's not the end of the world. Oh, wait, no, I have to do it this way. I'm right-handed. And again, line it up with that line. Let's see here. Line it up with the cut. And cut. Okay. And now when I pop this off, it should come off pretty well. I now have my shaped card. So that is very exciting to me. Also because there's a little area here where it got a little, where my blade was. I like to come in a little bit with a bone folder. Did I tear that? Let me see here. I'm just going to cut that little piece of hangingness off there. Okay, like that. So this is, oh, and I got nail polish on there. That's great. This is the base of my card. Let me see if I can sand that off. My polish, when it starts to get old, it can leave a mark. So let's see if that will come off. Well, close. It's going to work. So that is my note card. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my snowman and the other snowman separately so that I can color on them, put them on this card, and then it won't see through on the back side. I will stamp these little cuties with some Memento Tuxedo Black because I'm going to Copic color. Bring this over and transfer. I'll give it another pass. looks great. Before I start coloring, I wanted to show you this fun little gadget, and it's from the makers of the Glassboard Studio glassboard, and they are 3D laser printed cups. Now I have 2 of them that were sent to me that I combined to make this, but you can basically, well, let me see. You lift off and you can customize these any way you like. You just get into the groove on top, come down, and you have these things. These are little inserts. They're kind of cute. Now I have a caddy to the right of my table where I work, but I never know where to store markers when I'm working on a project. So I put 4 of this size together, which is not the tallest, but the medium, from 2 different confabulations. And I just wanted to show that because I like the idea of having something to keep my markers handy and organized while I'm working on my project. So just thought I'd share that, and I'll have a link in my description. They come in a lot of colors as well, so I just asked them to send white, and I think it's kind of fun. All right, now turn on some music and speed up the coloring. All right, that took me longer than I thought, even with a simple scheme. But here's the thing, I cannot overestimate the value of the colorless blender, because you just let it dry and then you can keep going over the area where you went out of the lines. It was really noticeable up here. I'm going to just make sure there's nothing on there, and you can keep going over it to clean it up. I thought I was going to have to start over, but you know what? Once that dries, you'll never really even notice it. And again, the penguins are dark on the back and light on the front, so I think that's all I needed to do. But now I've got my coordinating dies, so I will get these taped into place, and I will cut these out for my card, and then I'm going to do something on the inside of the card. All right, let's see how we did. I hope it was good. I actually used a shim, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, I'm a little off on that one, but I think that's okay. And I think that one will be fine. That is way off there. I don't know why that happened, but you know what? We're gonna keep moving on. So I've got a grip mat out, and now I'm going to place the inside of the card here, and I'm just gonna blend in from the outside with a color that's going to work nicely with the markers that I used. And yeah, even though I didn't cut that great, See, I like to do them one at a time. I shouldn't have done two. Because this will be on a white note card, you won't notice it as much because the color here is going to go on the inside. So, well, let's see, now you're stuck there. How about right there? Stick. There we go. And I'll just bring in some seafoam at the bottom and bring it all the way around the inside of the card. Just on the edge, I meant. I need to make sure that I have enough color so that when this folds over, right, there's at least 1.5 inches that you will be able to see. No white, just the blend. I don't know if I need more than one color because I think this is just going to be so pretty on its own. I can pick this up, and that's going to be the inside of my panel, but I am going to add some snowflakes. I pulled a bunch of different dies because in the card I'm casing, there are die cuts inside. So I'm going to cut a few just out of 80-pound white to have some texture on here. Let me do that really quick off camera and show you how I will arrange them and then trim them off. Now I'm going to glue these, and this is something I've been trying lately where I take this piece of Tim Holtz grip mat and put a very light coating as big as my die cut, like that. Pop that right in the middle. Take a piece of scratch paper and burnish. And what I'm doing here is applying a very nice light layer to my die cut. I will pick it up, I will grab it, and I will place it right onto my cardstock. And I am going to be trimming these, and I will show you here. I'm going to put that under here and press that down and burnish like that. Okay, and then we have Then we have our first one on. I will place this on to hold that all down. And as you go through here, let's see here, I'm going to try to get that out of the way. You can add more as you go. You kind of have to because it dries really quickly. And use different card or scrap paper to do your burnishing. But it's just, I'm finding this to be a really nice, quick way to add liquid adhesive to thin die cuts. Pick it up and pick this up. There's other ways, of course, but I'm always looking for a way to save a little time. And we'll go right there. And then again, pop you on, press. There's no oozing if you get the right amount. So I'll finish these out and then we'll trim them off. These mats, you can just rub off the adhesive once it's dry with your finger and it works really well. Or you can even just take a little bit of spray alcohol, just isopropyl. I just keep it in here. And that also helps you clean it like that. Just use a kitchen towel or paper towel or something that has a little heft to it and it cleans up like a charm. And I have cut this down to size from a big roll that from a large size roll that it comes in. All right, let's trim these off. So here I will just, I'll use my paper trimmer to do this. I prefer using a paper trimmer to do this just because, let's see if I can get it in camera. Once I get one side that is correct, the rest will work beautifully. And then we just flip it. Well, actually, I could have been a little closer over. Hold on here. Let's see, a little bit closer to the edge. There we go. Like that. Then here, you can do it with scissors too, but it's just so nice and clean. And I'm just leaving that paper on because it was glued down. And cut. And that is going to be the inside of my card. Now we're going to flip it over because this is still the front of the card here. And we're going to score it right at 4 1/4, just like we would a normal US A2. Okay. But of course this is a side fold. So 4 1/4 right here, like that. And now the panel folds this way And that is what you are going to see of the inside of the card. I'm so excited about this. I will score this, give this a nice press with my Teflon bone folder. Now, so now when you open the card, that is the inside of what you see. So I'm going to tape this closed actually while I'm working on the front elements so that it will stay flat. Actually, you know what? I could just use one of my magnets. I keep forgetting that the same company that does the glass boards and the other things, they make these ginormous magnets, and they're actually really strong. They'll hold a lot down, so I can just hold those with magnets if you have the magnetic surface, and now he or she is going to get glued right on to that part that pops out. Now this looks a little different than the card I'm casing, but I thought, you know, I actually think this is a really fun, and you know what, before I do that, I'm going to take my pen blade and just make sure that there's no little paper hairs on there. You know how that happens sometimes? I don't know if I didn't use it. I didn't use a shim with this, and this is such heavy cardstock that sometimes it will give you sort of a little bit of a ratty edge, and if that happens, you can just kind of go over it a little and make that look a little better. All right, so we'll hold you here, and I will add my liquid glue to this. Also, the fact that I didn't do it right on top, is that hair? Yeah, it's cat hair from my grandkitty. Means that you don't have the show through on the reverse side. That's kind of fun, you know, just to have it be completely white on the reverse side gives you a little more room to write a message if you so desire. And now, I should probably go right to the edge here so he stays nicely adhered. He's going to go right on top of the overlapping cutout that I created, like that. And of course the liquid glue gives you that little bit of wiggle room so you can get it right where it needs to be, like that. Where's my, and I don't want to pop him up because I think there's enough going on with this card that we could pop this up because they're trying to get a little leg up. But you know what I didn't realize? Maybe I could do a little grounding area for here. Well, we'll have to see. Hold tight. It's just a little extra, and it adds a little shadow to him. And I think that's really cute. So what if I put that little hill here? I'm going to go with the lightest gray, and here is where I actually will use my, oh gosh, magnets are going everywhere. Here's where I will actually use my brush nib because, well, let's see here. I just want it to be a little, oh, wrong nib, a little bit underneath like that. Move him out of the way and just do a little like that, just a little. So they have something that they're standing on. I'm so terrible at the freelancy drawing things, but I think you get it, right? I think that's cute enough. I don't know. Did I just ruin it? I don't think I ruined it. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, these magnets. Hold it down. No, that's just a little. Let's do a little more. There we go. Okay. Just like that. And he probably should have a little too, but I'm not going to do that. So we'll put this on. Then I have to figure out where the greeting goes. I have no idea. I might just stamp the greeting on the inside. We shall see. Let me get all of these off. We are grounding. We are putting them right on top like this, and they are leaning over like that. Oh my gosh. It's so cute. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so that's the front of the card. You open it up, and that's on the inside, so we're getting that two-tone over there. Let me think about my greeting. I'm going to use a little tiny sentiment strip for my greeting, and I may just put it right on there, but I will color it. Well, I might as well just use the markers that I have. I like to color the sides of them. Usually I use a Copic T10, but I've already got this out, so I just color the sides to make them look more finished so you don't see the white cardstock, because this is actually black ink. It's actually black toner ink that we use to make these sentiment strips. And this is from an old set of mine called Christmas Sentiment Strips. They come in a pack. I think we still have them. I don't know. All right, I do need a little foam for that, so hold tight. All right, I have a little liquid glue on here just so they stay nice and straight. And I'll just have this a little bit off his little body. And I think that's going to be super cute right on there, like that. Oh my gosh, I love my case card. I love Case Me a Holiday. How fun is that? Now, I could add a little shine, and you know what? I think I will. All right, I have a few of the This Calls for Confetti Sparkle All the Way 2, 2, and 3. And actually, that's going to make me happy because I don't know what I did, but I got some little mark, excuse me, on my cardstock. And boop, now I can cover it up. So just a little shine, boop. And these are kind of my favorite sequins anyway because boop, they just add shine without being overwhelming. Boop, and they're flat. You know, they're holeless confetti style sequins. Boop. And we'll just toss a few down here. Boop. In different sizes. Boop. And that is my finished card project. Now, I will say this, the coloring of the penguins, you know, using markers, I don't know. If I have something really simple like this, I can do it, but it really does stress me out, which is fine. But that is a really cute card. So you have that little pop, the little hangover. So let's see, how did I do? If I put my original card up to the right, I think I did a pretty good job casing her design. And I did a fun partial die cut for my snowman. And again, you might say, well, why didn't you just hang it off? Because I wanted this to be all one piece. And so that is my finished card project. You can find links to all of the products I used in today's video in the YouTube description box. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you, so please hit that subscribe button and be sure to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the next time I post. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day. To see more holiday card project ideas, check out the 2 thumbnails I have linked below, and I'll see you in those videos.